Hello, colleagues. Sorry for slight delay in the presentation. There were several issues with accesses and workshops. Let's start from the presentation. So today we, as part of RS School in English, we present you a workshop from AWS related to Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL. You're probably wondering where you should go and what to open to do it on yourself. I will paste you a link to access it soon. So before we wait, let's discuss what we should do in scope of this workshop. Please respond something in the chat. Do you hear me well? Do you see me well? And how are you doing in general? I see that number of participants is changing, so let's wait a bit when everybody will be able to join. Yeah. Thanks all for the response. So this workshop is a part of 6 of the workshops for AWS. Again, today we will cover Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL and cover such topics as creating a database, configuring it, changing of attributes, backup strategies, of course, restoring. I see the message continuing. I will share it as soon as possible. Please wait a bit. Sorry for being late with this very important part for you. I understand. So before we wait, we can try to open in our browsers. Let me share it in the chat. Let me find it. That one. Copy link. And in the chat. Could you please check it? What should you see in this link? I will share my screen for that. Second screen. Such kind of window with ID. So maximum duration is 4 hours. Our workshop is planned for about half an hour, so we will cover not all topics, but the duration allow you to check some features in your manner, check some additional options, review settings, because we will cover not all parts of these. I fully understand you. We just need to wait a bit when all deployments will finish it, and you will be able to get access inside. Thank you for comments. We will assist you in the chat or maybe audible. So let's back to the topic. So for the version, allow you to test different setups of RDS, create own database, create replicas, even perform some kind of performance testing to get metrics. So I will see pretty the same. So as you can see, I got the same issue. So let's wait a bit. Everything will be okay. So let's get back. So let's speak about a bit about Postgre and AWS itself. So Postgre is the most popular engine for database, widely used for different kinds of projects: small one, big one, enterprise, all over the world. I use it in my several projects. So we deployed a solution for high availability for telecommunication system, and additionally, even for like small projects, for like your even own small startup, for example, maybe big startup, it's very useful. But in addition to like Postgre options, AWS have enhanced features of this database engine. So it allows you elastically scale it in vertical manner or horizontally to create different kind of replicas to cover high load periods. And for example, if your load like dynamic, you can scale in back to reduce costs, not to run like engines all the time. AWS also provide perfect monitoring tools. So even you have no like big experience in database engineering, creating, managing, and so on, AWS provide pretty, I would say, even competitive features to make it even you have very small experience. So all interface is pretty intuitive. You wouldn't feel like uncomfortable. And of course, our workshop is a target. Show you how it works. What can you do? We'll describe several options of class differences, authentication connected to the database, and other AWS features. So I suppose that we reach that most of our participants reach our presentation. Let's get back to my self-presentation. So my name is Sergey Pagin. I'm working at EPAM Poland in Warsaw office, based in Warsaw office. I have experience more than 10 years, work mainly with AWS cloud, with different kind of workloads. Mainly it's enterprise. So like DEM systems, telecommunication, or like insurance. So it was different domains and different kind of solutions. And in all these projects, there were lots of databases, and all solutions were provided on AWS. Also, I managed several topics to migrate workload from on-premise to AWS to decrease cost, to add more scalability, make it more flexible, and take all like public cloud benefits that it's possible. Because as you know, like private clouds are cool, but it's harder to support it. It could be more expensive, and of course it's less scalable. Let me try if workshop is online. No, still not. Sorry guys for such delay. Let's wait several minutes. When we can go further. Probably guys and all colleagues. Do you have any questions before we start? Please put it in the chat, and we can. I can describe something additional while we are waiting for accounts readiness. Or probably you can just share how I do. It will be great for me to see some kind of reaction. Okay. So we're still waiting. Please be patient. If you're looking for 12-digit code, it's like hidden inside these links that I pasted previously, but you can double paste it in like separately from the link. Let me copy it for you. Check. Nice question regarding serverless solution. Serverless is a great opportunity. It's like cutting-edge technologies to make everything serverless. But serverless is not like a 100% solution. So of course you can use it, not for RDS, but in general. But it's not applicable for all kind of workloads, and like big companies doesn't believe in such some technologies. So RDS is like server solution, but it's fully managed by AWS. You don't need to manage like inside the database configuration, resolve different kind of issues, and it will be very easily to manage, to view, and so on. So for server solution, it will be better to use not about the database. So serverless is perfect for like microservices, small apps, functions maybe. Database, not very good solution for serverless in general. But of course, there are some like projects that can use it. So database should be very high available for all kind of workloads, for all apps, and pretty carefully managed. And serverless is not very good option for all these cases. And link is thank you, Alina. Thank you, Alina. Let's check from my side. Not yet. Let's try again. Copy link. Not that one. I agree. Join. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. For those who was able to go through this page, so that will be a OTP code, OTP option to login. You need to provide the same email that you paste in the registration form. So it should be absolutely the same. You will get a one-time password, and you will get into the workshop page with a list of topics on the left side, and like introduction of workshop for you. Oh, it starts working for me, seems. I mean, it doesn't work. Okay. Let me check it again. Probably our facilitators can assist with some kind of issues. Copy that link, that particular link. Let's try again from my side. I hope you see the screen now. Since the facilitator didn't start the event yet. Start time has already passed. So nice. Sorry guys, we need to wait a bit for our Amazon guys that facilitate this meeting with this workshop. Seems that kind of issues with deploying the infrastructure for all of us. Thanks. Let me check one more thing. Okay. Let me get back to the chat. Do we have something? It's magic. It's kind of magic. You're absolutely right, and I'm fully with you. But page by page, that's the magic that kind of not work outside outside the Hogwarts. Let's try. Go. Join event. Not yet started. So sorry guys, sorry for such long delay. 20 minutes. It looks like something unacceptable, and it says that you are busy guys, and 20 minutes is pretty high volume of time that not everybody can waste for waiting. But I hope you enjoyed this event. I hope everything will be fine. Let's try. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes. Sometimes it's written that there's no option to communicate with the participant in voice, just only chatting. But it's Weber. It's Weber, and it's okay. Sorry, guys. I'm contacted our AWS support to probably resolve the issue somehow and get some estimations. And good suggestion is just try to shut down something and launch it again. Oh, that's wonderful. Guys, I was able to log in. So please try from your side. We're able to log in to get this meeting started. Yeah, I see that meeting start time was changed to 20 minutes. So that's it. That means that we in general postponed our meeting in 20 minutes. Please try to log in. So you need to get this one-time password, log in the console, and get Workshop Studio on that page. So Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL. Please paste something in the chat if you're able. Oh, that's pluses. That's awesome. I see your question regarding better choice of Postgre, but probably I will respond to you later. Let's start our workshop as soon as possible because we're a bit limited with the time, and should go through pretty large workshop that includes lots of details. For guys who are not able to log in, please. You can try again, as I did during this workshop, to log in several times and paste particular issue, error message that you receive in the chat. That will be very helpful. For those guys who was able to log in, let's go. So you will see the same this page, and let's start with it. So again, I described everything about RDS, so let's skip that part. This workshop allows you to use your own account, so to do all you want on your own, but it will be your expenses, your cost. Estimation is about $50 a day. So I would highly recommend you, in the scope of this workshop, use pre-created account where database is already created, and it will easier. And later, if you want, you can try something on in your own account. So let's go inside. So seems who already passed like login procedure, he was able to get email one-time password, paste the email from registration form, then got this one-time password, paste it, and join the meeting, I hope. So now we are there. And since we're going with to work with our pre-created account, let's go to left bottom part of this page and go to AWS console. I will split my accounts in two. My displays up on that one. Sorry. Wow. So now you can see on my screen, at least, workshop on the left side of shared display and console on another side. Let's go next. I highly not recommend you to use your own account for now, because like workshop is pretty limited for time. I would suggest you to use your own account separately from this workshop. Like 3 words. So Postgre is a great engine inside AWS RDS with great scale, high availability, and high disaster recovery configuration options. Also provides different performance monitoring, configuration, and so on. Creation of database. So now we can go to console, type RDS, for example. Let's see how simple one. Currently for you, pre-created database called RDS PG Labs. All main actions we will create with database, but from time to time we will need to wait for like replication or backup. That's why I will show you how you can create your own database that we can use like from time to time. So leave that one as is and create a new one. For that purpose, go to create database, choose as our workshop, choose Postgre engine. So we can use different kind of engines. Let's use one of the latest, version 17. Let's go for free tie. It will be a single AZ deployment because we don't need like lots of instance created. And let's call it in the same way as it was created, but with custom suffix. Once again, we're setting DB instance identifier, setting something custom. Start from contains letters, so everything should be fine. Let's go further. So master name does not change. We can change, for example, master password for any what you want. It will be important to use it like in the further steps. Different types of, first of all, not standard, not. Okay, we have only 2 options. Let's go with TG micro, very small one, and GP1, GP2. So Amazon provides lots of options regarding the class. It will be different instances with different kind of CPUs, network bandwidth, and operation memory. It should be adjustable for your particular workload. Let's leave as micro 20. Connect. Do not connect. Subnet. No public access because it should be at least default. We do not require RDS proxy. Like for count, okay. So performance side, and we will not create enable enhanced mentor for now. So as you can see on this page, you're able to configure kind of mentoring, additional logs, types of authentication, also connectivity options, size of database volumes, and type of this volume, because for example, GP device pretty baseline, and for high load it will use better to use something like with provisioned IOPS, because like volumes is like very important part for database to very often it's like just bottleneck. And let's create. So it's not fast. Let's change to something RDS. Okay, let's choose the example one. Someone posted in the chat that is magic. I'm fully with you. It's kind of magic. I just go through that part once again. Let's leave database as is. So, and leave all other attributes as is. Let's wait. Oh, it's got created. So creation of database could took about 10 minutes, and we'll use it. No, we should wait for it, of course. Let's go further. So we just created a database as on the screen, and let's get back to while it's created to the default with the same name. Okay, so let's go to RDS. So the main credentials that you will need to connect to RDS is database endpoint. You can find it on the connectivity and security tab inside database. For me, I suppose it's for you, it's pretty the same. So RDS PG Labs, you can copy it. And username and password. We will get a bit later. So there is our created database and endpoint. Let's go further. And we can check AWS Secrets Manager secret. So you can manage your password on your own, but it would be much more like easy to manage and pass security requirements to use AWS Secrets Manager that allow you to securely store your password, configure its rotation, and be able to like not think about it. It's a very secure way to store credentials for database. Let's do it. We can store a new secret. So let's choose credentials for Amazon RDS that we just created. Username PostgreSQL. Let's say 2. Password will be as you want. Encryption key, we will select the database currently available. For now, it's RDS PG Labs because our create database is not yet ready. So, and you can create it will be like replace current credentials. For our pre-created database, we have created secret Postgres master user. Let's go inside. So That means that password for this database is stored inside secrets manager securely. Replication disabled, rotation disabled, but in general, you can configure it for automatic rotation to use some kind of schedules. For example, rotate it on annual basis or on monthly basis. And also, this console provides different languages option, how you can implement fetching of credentials in your application. For Go first, for Python. So how it will work? Your application will create a call to the secret manager, retrieve the latest password for database, and then securely connect to the database. If you probably have some issues and questions, please paste in the chat. I will try to respond. So let's try to connect to our database. We can go to set up a database client. For that reason, we will require to use Cloud9 environment, also pre-created for our workshop. Let's go to Cloud9. Here you can find main stack, not RDS PG Lab environment. You should go inside it. Nice. And open in Cloud9. So, sorry, something go wrong. Let's get back to the instruction. Let's go to Cloud Formation. That will be a better option. Like more tested by me. I just forget that we don't use Cloud9 directly. Let's go to Cloud Formation. Yeah, that's I mean at the beginning. We need to open main stack for our Cloud9. And here go to outputs. In output, you will see Cloud9 URL that will guide you to the IDE, where like it's pretty similar to Visual Code that you probably use during like workday activities. Here and at the bottom we have a command line, and let's check our database. So here's in workshop you will be able to find a huge list of commands. I do not recommend to change anything. After workshop, you can check what particular commands inside. Let's just copy it, paste, and where it will be implemented. I will describe what is happening. So it installs Python or some libraries. Then it's getting RDS PG Labs endpoint, so it's no need to get like paste it manually. Then script go to secrets manager and trying to retrieve password for our database. It will be stored in secret area. And separately, it will get password from this secret manager, where it will be get username and password for database. I hope you see on the screen like execute the script. It's on dependencies. To paste the chat, are you with me or like doing it in your own pace? Sorry. At the end of the script execution, we should get DB endpoint and DB user. DB password will be stored inside these variables and not shown to the console. It could take up to 5 minutes, but typically it's like 2, maybe up to 3. Seems that we have time to check whether our second database were created. Oh, that's it. So database 1 that was created manually, not like pre-created, is now available. That means that we can connect to it. We can store data here, and we can update it further. For example, change the class or change authentication options. Here we see pretty similar endpoint, database one, that we will not use during our workshop, because we will just create different kind of deployments without logging inside. But now, for in my case, there is two databases that you can see. Well, still waiting for Python creation, Python deployment. And what else? There will be additional command to export our getting credentials to bash SRT file to make it available through other commands, for example, pgbench or pg database tool. You can grab a cup of coffee if you want, but I suppose that it will not take lots of time. But I have coffee. 1 sec. And I saw in the chat that access issues were fixed. It will be easy to get it to the same stage that we are in, to skip creation database and just go to configure an environment of the client. When we wait, what can we do? So as you can see, the differences between created and pre-created, so different sizes, sizes. Okay. All of them are T family. That means that it's boostable. So they have a kind of baseline performance that can be increased for small periods of time. But it's not it's not good to use it in production, because as it can boost the performance, performance can be decreased. So it's that part that you can't manage, and I would not suggest to use it in production, because for during a high load, you can get lots of issues with database performance. And as mentioned before, our script has been executed, and we see in the console database endpoint and database user. So as I mentioned before, these credentials we get from secret manager. So not copy paste, not something else, just from secret manager. Let's export it to our profile. So it's got pasted and exported. Now let's check connection to the database. So since all credentials were all pasted to our profile, we can see the database is Postgre, and we can log into the database. Not that one, not that one. Yeah. So we are in PGLab database, and engine is version of 14. It's pretty old. It's okay for testing, but the latest is 17. We will upgrade it during our next steps. What can we do? Current user. Sorry, something go wrong. The appropriate window to the left side. Okay. Also, we can select databases inside to example of query. So current user is Postgre and current database PGLab, and just exit. Exit it, just paste in a queue. So we're out of our database. That part allows us to ensure that our database is created, accessible, and for example, in our application, we can just paste these credentials, and our database, our application will be able to do something inside. Let's go to scalability topic. So since we speak about Postgre in AWS, AWS provides lots of options of scalability and cover like high load. In this topic, we'll cover creating web replicas, promoting to standalone instances, vertical scaling, just change of class of the instance, and migrating to multi-Z database cluster that will bring us lots of benefits mainly for production use. What is the idea? So when we have a single database, it like handles write queries and read queries that can be overload our database. We can separate into two parts. We can create several read replicas that will be responsible only for reading, and main cluster, main instance will handle only write queries. So let's try to create it. So not create database, just create replica. Let's choose our pre-created database action, and in the dropdown, please choose create read replica. You have to pass DB identifier. Let's use the same as was, but with the read suffix. Read. Here, what we have here, the great options that we have with read replicas, that we can change and use not the same instance configuration. For example, we can use like a huge, large instance for main instance to cover write activities and, for example, changes the data in bulk. But for it, you don't need actually a big one. You can use a smaller, and it will be work perfectly for read queries. The same region, and yes, we can change storage as well. So let's set storage. Let's choose single AZ as well as we created before. Subnet. Where is my screen? Do you see my screen? So it's getting back. So thanks. Connectivity options, password authentication. So you can change password option for replica, for example. Even this you can configure performance inside. Where we disabled, and enhancement torque also disabled. So configuration is pretty similar to what we had for creating database. And disable minor updates. Let's go create a replica. Creating a replica took pretty the same time for like database creation because it's just separate database that getting changes from the primary one. During this stage, main instance is the modifying stage. You're unable to update it during this time, but it's like not very long. After database creation, so how it works in general. After this request, AWS gets the latest snapshot of your main database, create a new one, restore data to read replica, and then replicate an all transaction that was created during creation time. That means that after creation, you will get not like read database. It will be a kind of lag to synchronize all data from the main database. So yeah, we have already created. Do not enable scaling. So it's waiting and waiting. Let's check replication. Computers are not yet created. Still creation. We'll skip part to connect it to this replica because it will be look the same, just another endpoint. There's no endpoint for now, but it will be created. I will show that it will be like the same, similar naming convention, but different. So that was an example how we create replica for covering different kind of workloads for like read transactions. And main benefit is that you can have up to 15 replicas, so cover high load with different sizes. And the main benefit is that, for example, your application is worldwide, located in different regions. You can configure that your application will connect to regional database, to regional read replica. That will highly decrease latency for your application. And you can size it based on region. For example, in America, it should be a larger instance. In kind of region of Iceland, it can be lower. So it can configure to optimize and right size for particular environment and region. It's still creating. During the creation, we check next item. Next item is promote read replica to standalone instance. What does it mean? Main instance replica are pretty identical from data perspectives, but read replica didn't handle write queries. In some cases, for example, in my case, it was database upgrade with lower latency and lower outage. We use the following scenario. We had our production database that should be available as most as possible. We create a read replica with the same info. Then how procedure looked. We disabled write queries to our main database, promoted read replica, and then when read replica is ready, just changing endpoint, just changing endpoint to read replica. What's the benefits? The benefit was the following: that clients had no read outage, so applications was able to read database all the time. Zero downtime, I would say. The only issue is that write queries, writing the data, was suspended, but for very long period of time, very short period of time. And what we can see here. So still creating. Okay, while creating, let's go to vertical scaling. We got back to standalone later. Vertical scaling just change of instance class for a particular database. For that reason, I would use database 1 because it's already. You can do it in a very simple way. So click on modify. Here you can change all attributes, most of all. So change the database engine, for example, choose the most actual one. Change password. In our case, we just change it to change the class of this instance to, for example, let's choose TG medium. Additionally, you can change storage type, gigabytes, but of course it should be the same or higher, and type of deployment. So I will show you how it looks like before applying. So I have changed instance configuration, database class. I can change storage, for example, to that one. What else? Password not. Add some kind of monitoring. And let's leave as is. I will not do it. I just show that all changes that you have performed will be shown in the summary. So please do not worry about what I have changed. Before modification, you will able to check what actually you have changed. So change class, storage, gigabytes, IOPS, and all other things. If you change lots of like attributes, it could cause a long delay because it will be applied one by one. So, for example, change of class of database class, then change storage type. And if you additionally change the database engine, it will cause additional delay. So in our example, we just change the class. Let's do it again. Choose 3G medium, for example. Go next. And only class will be changed. You can choose maintenance window. For example, if you're okay that it will be done automatically by AWS. It's okay for dev environment. For example, during the night, you can easily update your database with downtime, and it will be affect nobody. But for production, it will be much more better to use immediately to like have controls to understand. So, for example, at 2 a.m., 2:00, we updated database, and our maintenance window has been started. So we get a message that it was successfully modified. But suppose no. So it got to modify state. After its creation, it will be not micro but large. Okay, and it seems that our replica almost ready. It's almost ready, unfortunately. Colleagues, are you with me? On what stage are you? Probably some issues while we're waiting for both databases. Please paste something in the chat. It will be good to have any kind of feedback from you. So our upcoming topics is migrated to multi-user database cluster in scope of scalability and promoting replica. So for that reason, we will have two databases, and we can speed up when everything's ready. What else? Here we're going to provide you Amazon clear commandlets, so you can do it via kind of scripts, or for example, so it can be automated. Creating through commandlets is a cool idea, but in scope of webinar, it will be better to like show how it looks and to see like statuses at like more user friendly, I would say. But of course, if you have kind of experience and you're noticing in UI features, it would be easier to just copy paste the commandlet, update it a bit, and have it as is. So we have our replica ready, and we can go back to promoting to standalone. So with replica, as I mentioned before, it would have similar but another endpoint. That means that in your original application, you can specify endpoint for particular region, and it will be like handle this request. What is make a standalone look like? So it's waiting for replication, gets the latest data, then removing connectivity to your main database, and became like second main separate one. The same, you can go to actions, and please choose promote. It's called promote. There's like few options just to enable backups. We don't need backups for now. We will cover this topic a bit later. Just switch it off and promote. So as a result of this procedure, as you can see, here's the primary, here's the replica. We will have like two instances. Both of them will be two instances with like own endpoints, and it can be updated and used as you wish in the kind of like actions. Let's check what we have in our workshop studio. Pretty the same. So let's say enlarged. So final result will be the following. So the same read replica, but not in a replica role, as an instance separately. And our main database became instance as well, not primary. So all of that is modifying stage. And then, for example, let's get back to my production experience. After this operation of promoting this read replica, when all traffic is covered by second one, for example, read, we can easily terminate initial one and forget about this, or just back it up for a month. And then when we don't more need it, we can terminate it. So when we had several upgrades, we do the same thing, just create an additional replica, changing traffic, routing traffic to a new one, promoting it, and switching off initial database. So I suppose, were you able to promote replica, or you're still waiting for creation of it? Okay. Please paste your progress. While we're waiting, let's go to next topic. Migrating to multi-Z database cluster. Multi-Z database cluster is like provide you enhanced performance that create additional, at least 2 read replicas, additional write replica, and provide you much more scalability, high availability, and high performance. Of course, it will be like a bit more difficult to manage it, but benefits are awesome. So what can we do here? Inbound replica. Let's go, since we're waiting for that one, let's go to database 1. As I mentioned before, it was updated, it was ready, and you can see that size of this database has been changed to medium. Previously it was micro. So for migrating to multi-Z database cluster using inbound read replica, we will use this database 1. If you have, in your case, since RDS PG Labs is already available, you can use that one. It doesn't matter. It's pretty the same. So creating very similar to replica creation, but just a bit different attribute inside. So creating a replica, specifying our identifier. And name, for example, AZ. And we had to change deployment. So there's a slight difference from webinar to actual UI, since that UI was updated. In webinar, you see multi-Z database cluster view. In UI, you will see multi-Z database cluster deployment. So please, in scope of the lab, please use the first option. That will create at least two, how to call it, readable standby replicas. Let's change nothing, just disable performance inside, because it causes additional creation, and minor version rate will also disable. Let me check what is happening in the chat. Thanks. Seems everything's fine. Do you see my screen well? Do you look at it? No, it became much more bigger. So please check my screen. So in scope of this database, multi-user database cluster creation, AWS created a cluster with like additional replica called TAZ, and we have 3 read instances inside. They are created in, let me check once again, in different availability zones. That means that in case of kind of like data center failure or some kind of disaster in one zone, your workload will not be affected because you have a database deployed in 3 zones, and you will be able to cover any load. So, for example, in kind of disaster, for example, electricity outage, it's very rare, but it's possible. Region U central 1C can be, I don't know, destroyed, switch it off. You will still have 1B and 1A, and your like database will still work. So it's creating. Okay, so the main benefits. So if previously we discussed just read replica that you create like and manage on your own, cluster creation, it's like a managed solution from AWS that will create replicas in like all zones of that particular region that bring your scalability, and in case of region failure, your database will still work. Let me check endpoints. Endpoints not ready. And what else? What is region? Volume. Okay, anyway, just better solutions that created separately. In scope of workshop, we have a topic multi-user DB cluster outbound read replica, but it's pretty the same. I would suggest you to read this article after the workshop, or for example, in scope of that. But for now, I will skip it because it's really very similar to previous replica creation. I would suggest you to go further. So just waiting for like creation of these databases, and go to high availability topic. It's also about read replicas and multi-Z configuration that bring you like several nodes that will be cover your workload. Sorry, once again. Transactional. Okay, guys. Seems we're a bit running of the time. It's very similar to what we did before. Please check the workshop in your own pace. And I would suggest you to go further to backup recovery. Are you okay, or would you like to cover high availability topic here? Because most of them I have like described previously. Please react in chats in some way. So let me grab my coffee. So hope you are well. Let's go to backup and recovery. So in that topic, we will cover creating automated backups, so schedule it, and you will have like backups on a daily basis. Option of how to modify it, how to create manually, and of course check restoring options. For example, just restoring database in a new one, or restoring to a point in time. That is a very important part because sometimes you need like high granularity in this restoring when you know that data was broken at a particular timestamp. So you need to restore your database like 2 minutes before these details. We will go just review automated backups. So let's go to our pre-created RDS PG Labs database and tab called Maintenance and Backups. What we can see here, let's go to modifying database stage, database. Oh, here's the backup. So as you can see, they're enabled. You can choose retention period, so up to 35. So if you want to keep it more than 1 month. So and you can choose a backup window. So that means that it will be created each day, for example, and store for I don't know, 10 years or 10 years, 10 days, 2 weeks, or 1 month. There's a like backup window, for example, to like for more transparency. Database is pretty high load read operation that can count your performance. And in case you have very large database, it will be important to avoid your high load with backup period. You can disable database because if you have no backups, so disable backups. Because if you have no backups, in case some failure, you will not have to restore from. So you have to have these data backups, but it should be created not during the high load. So please change this window to nighttime or depending on your actual workload that you have. So and you can change it. You can change it to something else. So granularity is also half an hour, and AWS will create a backup during this period of time. Let's try to change it. So currently is 1 day retention period. Let's move change it to, for example, 3 as based on the workshop, and we can change window to something more readable. Let's choose a nighttime, 2 a.m. and let's leave period for 1 hour. When we go further, we will see the same as form like summary that we had. Let's disable. Sorry, once again, get it back. So in summary, we can see that backup retention period was changed to 3 days from 1, and backup window changed to 1 hour window at night to avoid like kind of daily workloads. The same option that was previously to do it during maintenance window, but since we are in the workshop, I do it immediately and modify. This operation took up to a minute, I would say, but just configuration change. What we can see goes here. It's already applied. So chain configuration is already in place, and you can see here 2 snapshots. So that means that next snapshot will be created at night. Question from Stefan. Of course, you can back up your database on your own, use any tool that you want, but AWS provides this predefined solution. Nice, configurable, and since you're using AWS, it will be better to use that one. For custom options, of course, you can use any kind of backup tools as you wish. So that was changed. What about manual snapshot? Manual snapshot is the same as backup. Can create it in case you know that you need backup right now or before some kind of operation. Because, for example, you plan a significant upgrade with some kind of broken changes. You cannot wait for this maintenance window, and you need backup right before the upgrade. For that reason, you need to go to a database and create it manually to have it right before the upgrade. So for that reason, we use the same RDS PG Labs database. Click on Actions and take snapshot. Here we use snapshot type DB instance, choose PG, the same database, of course, and snapshot name. I would suggest you, but I use typically the same name and kind of reason, for example, before major upgrade. So, and let's click on take snapshot. So snapshot is being created. So during that time, AWS copy all your data, archive it to make like a solid file, and then you can reuse it and create database from that particular stage, for example, and be able to reuse it further. So during that stage, database will be in backing state, backing up state, sorry. And it will be created soon. While creating, we can review option of do you understand this backup solution? Please play something in the chat if you like understand this part. And while waiting for action, let's go to restore. So we can restore from snapshot. Restore just unzipping, restoring the database from pre-created snapshot or backup, and it will create a new one database with like particular with data from particular timestamp. Let's go to, is it ready? It's ready, our snapshot. It's not ready. Let's go to snapshot. Snapshot now, creating, focus completed. Size, of course, it will not the same size as your database. It will be stored like in more efficient way. For example, if you, because it's like limiting of database limits. Yes, what we have, still creating. And that's fine. That's already in place. Okay, let's go to restore point. So we got our snapshot created. We see creation time. For that reason, I didn't pass timestamp inside snapshot name because we have it here in attributes. all self, and it's like manual creation. Encrypted. Let's try to restore it. Checking this particular restore, for example, you could have like tens of them, thousands. It depends on the project. Restoring, choosing the same. We can change the engine. Since just backup, we can try choose deployment options. So it will be the same data, but in another setup. Let's choose the same single easy. So the same in the workshop. There is no such option. Okay. And since it will be a new database, we need to provide database identifier. And I would, in my case, I will use the same name before major upgrade to understand that this particular database was created from before major update. So it's not snapshot. Restore once again action. Restore, yes. Single. Identifier. The same as was for snapshot. I would suggest to decrease shape to something smaller, 5 large. I hope it will work. And the same provisioning, the same storage. So a snapshot is being restored. So we'll see that new database has been created. And Amazon tries to unpack previously created snapshot from that one and use it. Additional case for how you can use it. For example, you lost part of data in your main database, but it's okay for production. For example, this is not very sensitive information. You restore in a second database backup from snapshot, and then you will be able to compare data to find the difference, to replicate, to copy data from snapshotted one to current one. It allows you to not to stop your production service, so it will work with the same database, and you can just copy part of data that was been damaged, lost, or something like that. Nice, cool feature, I would say, is point time restore that allow you to restore not from particular snapshot, but to select even time frame. So, for example, as I mentioned before, outage and data damage was at 5 p.m. and you can restore it from if you didn't create it manually. You can restore it from particular timestamp and get it back. Let's try to do it. So what is in the options? There's options how we can do it via CLI. Somebody like it, but in scope of workshop, I would not go this way. We do it via UI for more transparency and visibility. So let's go to our previously created RDS PG labs, and here in action, you can choose restore to point in time. What it will lead to? So your database will be restored, so from backup, but to the same database, but for particular. I'm sorry, my fault. Okay, let's just do. So restore it to point in time. Let's choose today's date. It was. Let's try the following. Latest restorable type 24, and so we can choose, for example, 3000. Okay, what we have? Restore particular point in time. And let's choose image update. It's not that one. So it's point in time. So let's specify it, Peter. PTR. And for example, and specify the timestamp. So there will be a new database with a particular identifier with a custom restore date like 1 a.m. We don't do. I will not change the class. The same deployment stage, the same storage, password authentication. I will choose that was before, and disable other things. So let's restore it to point in time. Unfortunately, since we don't have like lots of data here and there was no activity, there was no option to check that there actually from that period of time. But just let's believe in that part. So we, as for me, I have 9 databases now. So multi-Z was already created. Database restored from manual snapshot that was created before my job date. He's created in just now in the modifying stage. And of course, point in time that you currently create. So that allows to have I suppose enough backup options, so it can be automated, it can be created manually, and we ensure that it's created because, for example, in my experience, that was like a custom solution that created backups, but after a period of time, we just found that we are unable to restore from the backups created because data was corrupted and was no option to restore from that particular database. But in case of AWS, that like tested solution, and you were able to restore from snapshot created by AWS. So that allow you to cover some tricky cases and to avoid some manual actions that probably could affect your backups. So snapshot restoring from major bit is ready, and point in time is still created. Additionally, AWS provide you AWS backup solution where you can manage plans to create more like granular policies and make like all solution for all your services, but we'll not cover it during like our RDS session. Please, if you are interested in, let's check it after the workshop end. And now we will delete all created databases, not all, but not necessary, and check the options that we have. So to delete unnecessary database, for example, that you're not outdated, you don't use, you should click on it choose delete. Here's some like save options. Console and UI ask you to create a final snapshot. That means that your database will be created, will be destroyed, but you will have a database or a backup to, for some reason, probably you forgot something, you need this particular database, so somebody requests, you will be able to restore it. It's a very cool option because probably somebody who needs the database on vacation and even don't know that you terminated it. So it's suggested to create a final snapshot if you're not sure. You can retain backups to have backups, but not actual database. And you need to type something to ensure that you are ready to delete it. I will not create it now. I will not create final snapshot now because I'm sure that I don't need more. And acknowledge that I'm sure that I want to delete it. So it's in deleting stage, and suppose it. That's it. I can delete point in time restoration because it's not yet ready. But the idea is pretty simple. You can create a final snapshot and ensure that you don't need it. Let's go to data upgrade part. So as you know, database agent have different types of upgrades. It will be minor, major, with breaking changes without breaking changes. And AWS provide a feature to upgrade it automatically, but only for minor versions. It can be okay for a different environment, not to manage each upgrade on your own. But of course, for major updates that could cause like breaking changes, it will be much more better to do it on your own. So we will upgrade our pre-created database called RDS PG Labs. Let's go to the workshop. And here you can see enable auto-mine version upgrade option. Here's enabled. Let's modify it. So for pre-created, it's all like enabled, and database will be updated to the latest version from during like maintenance window. We can enable it for replicas without this feature. Yes, without. So we can enable it. Check. Click on continue and the summary that we had before. What has been changed? Auto-mine upgrades from no to yes, and apply immediately. Modify. This part is very fast, so it's not require like backing up or restoring. It will implement it at once. Mine upgrades for multi-easy. Are you with me, Alex? What are you currently doing, or are you just following me in my like description of this workshop? Please say something in the chat on which stage I am now. And let's go to upgrades of cluster. We have a cluster. Suppose that one, database one. And we can change it. So currently, let's get back. So we can use classes that was created in previous steps. As for me, it's database one. Modify it. And in generalist, you can choose available versions to upgrade. Typically, it's versions higher, so typically it's not allowed to like decrease version on upgrade. In our dropdown, we can see 2 additional versions. Let's choose the latest one, 17.4. Change engine, and suppose that's it. And apply immediately. So, for example, if you have a production load or your database should be available, you can go with replica and, for example, create a replica, upgrade replica, and then promote it. Or you can just upgrade your database if downtime is acceptable for your case. In my experience, downtime was not acceptable, such downtime. For that reason, we created a replica, then upgrade this replica to the latest engine version, and after that, we promote it. So modify cluster, and then it will be updated to the latest one. We don't see it in this panel, but I will show you later. So that was 17.2 and will be 7.5.4. So currently 17.2. So that was example how to upgrade clusters. Upgrade of the standalone database is absolutely the same. We can do it, but it looks absolutely the same. You can see here like Postgre versions, not like cluster versions. It like more of them. You can use, for example, version 15 because our pre-created was 14, and do absolutely the same. So the procedure absolutely the same. Apply immediately, new value, and go. Now, what the default? A new parameter. So okay, I understand. I changed the B engine that require additional parameter group. Let's get back to the same. Yeah, sorry guys, please. There's like a tricky case. Each database engine version, major one, requires specific parameter group, because from version to version, Postgre can change this mandatory attributes, and it can differ from version to version, from major version to major version. Currently, you can probably check it here. Snapshot parameter groups. It should be only for version 20 or 14. If you would like to upgrade to 15, 16, you need to create a parameter group family with a relevant version. That will be like default one, and you can update it. And then updating from like major to major, you need to change parameter group as well. So in our case, we just change like minor version and go further. Continue and apply immediately. That's not required to change an parameter group. Yeah, I see. Calling that you got issue with changing to the latest in standalone database. And what's next? How we can check it? So was our database upgraded? Let's check the engine. Configuration. No, it's still in updating stage. And standalone as well in updating. I'll just wait for it. Okay, while it's upgraded, we can check monitoring. RDS provides lots of options how to can monitor your activity, how you can check workload, CPU usage, number of connections, and of course logs, important part. So let's start from logs. So we can go to, I don't know, let's choose the same RDS PG Labs configuration, log events. Here we can see a recent event, but it's only related to like main changes caused by AWS. But logs that are created by Postgre itself, you can find in log files here at the bottom. So here's like Postgre output of kind of errors. And our workshop suggests us to go to CloudWatch logs. Let's go and check what we have here. Here we can check log groups. Here we can see two log groups. We need only our RDS PG Labs PostgreSQL. Click inside. Log streams with the last event. And check what is happening. So it will be the same Postgre logs that you can see from file, or for example, if you have like your own solution, your log file will be looking pretty in the same way. And here you can find checkpoint messages, error messages, notification, and so on. So if you would like to get like detailed logs, you can find it in CloudWatch. Nice option that all of RDS inside is tracking these logs and notifying you about some kind of event. So, of course, in large setups, you will probably use your corporate monitoring tool, but I would suggest in like more simple cases, you can use built-in feature. And let's choose available one. I will choose that one, read, for example. Log events, cloud watch alarms. How it look like? So alarms will read logs or kind of metrics. Then if threshold of something like issue found, it will send you a message via email or via like SMS topic. So let's choose send notification, email, topic name like checkpoint like that. Checkpoint like. So in case we have like increased checkpoint, where is it? Check. Here's it. So in case like is more than threshold, we can notify somebody. For example, let's notify somebody. And on the right side, you see how your threshold will look like. So then we can paste it 100 and see that current is like even more, 174. Let's choose a higher one, maybe 200. Threshold is became higher, and to avoid unnecessary alarms for now, let's choose 400. That means when checkpoint like will reach this limit, you will get a message that something goes wrong, and you need to pay attention to what is going wrong, probably some kind of extra workload and that require your attention. So create alarms. Here you can see create alarms that will check your database metrics and send you a message when it will be required. Additionally, there is a CloudWatch options that show like charts how your database is working. Probably we can choose initial one to look more informative. Monitoring. The list of metrics, I also call it four pages. And you can search for something, for example, only CPU part to select. You can see we can see the CPU credits, and its usage, and CPU utilization. Hard utilization is around 10%. That in cost optimization topic, it means that you can decrease your database and save some cost. You can change like time frame, for example, 12 hours, 1 day. But since our database was created today's 3 hours default is the key. Here, let's choose what we have, 2 hours. 2 hours is enough. And here you can change period, so like granularity of these metrics, how to summarize it. In that case, the graphic will be more detailed. Just utilization will be most easy to understand. So we can choose 1 hour. It will only 1 dot. 50 minutes, so we have several dots. You can see some kind of dynamic, but when we choose 10 seconds, we can see kind of spikes. For example, here there was database creation spike that required additional resources. That was creating of replica, and utilization increased. And here it's upgrading. So upgrading to new engine, so it requires additional resources as well. Also, there is enhanced monitoring that provide more database-related metrics like load average, active memory, CPU information, user information, and memory information that can be useful for understanding what's going on. Is memory enough? And that's it on that part. So we checked CloudWatch options, checked where we can find our logs, created a CloudWatch alarm to be notified when you have an issue, for example, in your workload. And that's it. We'll also keep creating activity because it's require additional time. We're a bit running out of this time. But in general, I will just describe you that since you have like 2 hours and a half of this workshop and account, you can go to cloud environment, execute this command pgbench. Please be aware that here's provide a host and username, and it was different. So with predefined database is Postgres username. So please double check it before executing. So idea is to run pgbench tool. It will create a load to your database, and you will see significant changes in your graphs to ensure that the database was loaded and how you load affect your database. You will see the same review during review, the same how to call it, graphs as we just checked on monitoring pane. So enhanced one and default one. So it will be pretty similar. Let's keep database. If you want, you can call it by your own. So not that one. And DevOps Guru 2. Also, please check it by your own. It's pretty available. Allow you to. Okay, DevOps Guru is. Let me provide several words about it. So it's a great service from AWS that provide you ML power service to detect issues in a database. That means that is like pre-trained model that will check your database metrics, found some abnormal behavior, and could suggest what can be updated. For example, log queries, date queries, or for example, extra like logs on the database, and for example, due to these logs, several transactions were unable to finish. And also it will track anomalous activity. For example, if your database worked for a long time and then something went wrong, DevOps Guru allow you to not to find it manually what went wrong, but it will check all metrics, logs, and inform you where could be the issue. Of course, your attention will be required, but it will be very helpful at the beginning to understand what is going wrong, if everything is fine or not. Let me go to parameter groups. Parameter groups is a topic we just covered during these upgrades. And you see that Ilya mentioned that there is no required parameter group. Parameter group is depend on Postgre engine, and the scope of this lab, let's create a new one. So after creation of this parameter group, we will be able to adopt settings and also upgrade our previously created database to next version engine major update. Let's go to the panel, parameter group, create parameter, a new one, for example. So that was 15 that we didn't have. Description db group 4. I just meant because it will be visible in the UI. And choose engine. Engine, of course, it will be Postgre. Here's not Aurora. PostgreSQL. Family 15. And it will be parameter group for instance, not for cluster. Great. So after the creation of this parameter group, we got it's created. It's applicable for Postgres version 15. Here you can find default attributes for this version of the engine. You can slightly change it, what you want. Let's check what we can change. So to change log connection. So change log connection. Log connection. Modified. Edit. Log connection. And log connection. Set it to 1 to true. So we have changed log connections from 0 to 1. Here you can see also allowed values. So you will not be able to set another options, and we can save it. Also in this list, you can see value types. It's a more important part. For example, not modifiable type, that means that you're not able to change it. It's highly depend on engine version, and it cannot be changed. So you can change only modifiable kind of these parameters. Yes, okay. What else? What else we can do? And the next part is to apply it. Right. Let's go next. Yeah, as we face an issue with upgrading database to 15, probably we can try to do it because there was lack of this group. So PG Labs, it was upgraded to 14.7. We can see configuration. So as you can see, engine version is updated to 14.17. And now let's update it to next major version, 15. For example, 15 and 12. Okay, I have changed it. I need to change parameter group. Where is it? Okay, yes, we can use default one, but we will use already created one, Postgre 15, because it created, configure it a bit, doesn't matter, and continue. So if previously we were not able to apply to upgrade version to 15, now since we have a created parameter group, we can do it. That's fine. So that will be one more upgrade to major version, and upgrade version will use newly created parameter group. As you can see, there are lots of attributes, almost 400 different types, and we cannot describe all of them. But if you're interested in, please check it on your own or probably after the workshop. So what else? I would say, Cole, that's enough for today. We have already 2 hours left. So during steps that we have covered, so that workshop require much more time than 2 hours. Lots of attributes, and of course, if you are new with that, you need more time to understand what is happening, what is the options, where is this buttons, for example. For that reason, you have additional time for 2 hours and a half to get through, to cover topics that were not covered, and try something else. Yes, there's kind of limitation of accounts that you're unable to create extra big solution, but it fully allows you to create different options, even test it via Cloud9 environment, and test all options of multi-user cluster, read replicas, promoting to standalone instance, upgrading databases from version to version, backing up, and restoring to, for example, restoring to point in time. Next, this workshop contains more advanced topics like database authentication, PG admin, so it's kind of UI tool for managing your database, and intermediate and advanced topic like encryption using secret manager, migrated to Graviton. Graviton is Amazon hardware, very efficient and cool from cost perspectives. So I would suggest you to review that option as well. Also, you can here find Blue deployments, very important part for business critical applications. to create a new environment from the same, test it properly, and when everything is tested and approved, you can easily switch it in an automated way, and be sure that you will got the least downtime that possible. And advanced topics is trusted language extensions for PostgreSQL, advanced monitoring, Oracle DB details, and large database product with AWS Service Catalog. So please review this part after my session is ended. Hello, colleagues. I see that currently 20 people online. Please pay some reaction to the chat. I was me. What were you able to follow me, or you did it in on pace? And now I will send you a feedback link. Please provide your feedback on the workshop part that has been presented. I hope you enjoyed it. If you was new at this topic, this workshop will provide you lots of new knowledge and new experience. If you had experience with working with AWS, RDS, you find here features that will help you in the future, help your project, and make it more reliable, efficient, scalable, and bring you to a new level of database implementation. Let me find one sec. I'm looking for it. So, colleagues, I have pasted you a form where you can find feedback details. So you can find, please paste here a name, any name, your satisfaction, what can be do better, what you got from this workshop, and submit. It will be highly appreciated, and thank you all. Thank you, bye.